Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 14 of my 4-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 4 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing as Straelak Soulreaper, and I'm leading the human Hollowkin. For more information on my leader and race characteristics and specifications, please check the video description. In our last episode, we continued to progress towards our opponents and kind of trying to move our forces into to fighting range. We actually battled Iska and we sent her to the Void. You can see here, I think it says that she's currently in the Void. Let's just take a look. Does it say where she is? I guess it doesn't. But we've sent her to the Void, so we will wait to see her come back. Maybe it'll show me on the diplomatic tab. Let me just go to that quick. Let's see. Yeah, ruler in the Void. There it is. So we know Iska is currently in the Void because we sent her there. We declared war on her, and we were able to kind of ambush her with our troops that are here. And thankfully, things went pretty darn well, and we were able to win that fight. So really good progress there. Now, on the other front of our two-pronged war here, you can see that Terran is really bringing some pretty nasty troops to bear, including Terran herself. And so we've got, pretty massive armies here that we're having to fight, including a hero. So, there's a lot of muscle there, and we don't quite have the same amount of force to kind of counter that. So, unfortunately, we're going to be stuck for a little bit while we continue to try to strengthen up our forces before we can really engage Terran in an open battle. But at the very least, we've maybe got a bit of a stalemate going. So things are looking pretty good on the Iska front, but not so maybe good on the Terran front, although, again, hopefully things will kind of turn up for us here a little bit. Now, before I jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Devin Larson. Devin pointed out that since I don't currently know where Ishka's throne is, when Iska comes back from the Void, I'm likely going to get a little notification on the side, and it might actually kind of then show me on the map where her throne is. I think that'll let me kind of click it, and it'll zoom over to where she comes back. I'm not 100% sure about that, but hey, it's a good thought and something I can at least keep my eyes peeled for and see if maybe that gives me a hint, because I'd love to try to headhunt Ishka now that we've sent her to the Void. Maybe we've got her on the back foot a little bit, and we could try and press our advantage and see if we can get her out of the game. So that's a great point from Devin. The next comment here is from David Houston. David mentioned that since I was trying to get an additional Astral Affinity to open up access to those Tier 3 Astral Affinity tomes, one thing I could consider doing is resetting my hero skill, because again, my hero, having chosen a Shadow skill, which is that I think it's called Dark Ritual, if I remember right, that basically gives me that ability, and let's just go take a quick look at it here. Yes, let's see. Yes, here it is. So because we chose Dark Ritual, I believe that was at level 4, that gave us an extra Shadow Affinity, whereas if we had chosen something else, like, for example, Astral, that would have given us Astral Affinity. So what I could potentially do is reset my my choices here, and I believe the first time is free, and then subsequent times will cost Imperium. So I could try that and see. Now, I don't know for sure if this is going to actually change my affinity status or not, but it's a good idea. The only thing is, I really don't want to change this. I'm very happy with Dark Ritual, and I kind of want to keep it as is. So I don't think I'm going to do it, but I still appreciate the idea because it is a good thought. So I appreciate David kind of giving that suggestion. The next comment here is from Tiamat War. Tiamat pointed out that I need to be using magic in combat more often, and that's a great point. Again, I often will fall into my old habits because I played so much Age of Wonders 3, and you do have to be kind of careful because in combat you're still using your casting points that affect the world map as well. So I'm sometimes very hesitant to use spells, even though obviously in Age of Wonders 4, the casting points that you're using in battle are separate from the ones on the world map. And in our case, you can see we have plenty of mana and pretty good mana income. So really, I agree. I think I definitely need to use more combat spells and make sure that I'm taking full advantage of that to try to get the best outcomes possible in battle. So I appreciate Tiamat War pointing that one out. The next comment here from Death. Death also kind of emphasized the importance of, casting spells in combat to really help my my battles kind of go better. And remembering that I have access to additional combat spells beyond the ones I've been using. So if I look here at my tactical, I think it is, So you can see that I've got Raised Zombies, I've got Baneful Curse. I've mostly been just using Soulfire, Ice Shackles, and Soul Overflow. But it's easy to forget that I also have Raised Zombies, which is an extremely powerful spell. The only thing here with this one and with Soul Overflow, of course, is that it does cost some souls. So that's the only thing to remember. And then Baneful Curse as well. So just remembering that I've got some really solid, especially Raised Zombies. This one's could be a real game changer for me. Again, we saw in a previous episode, I think it was about 2 or 3 episodes back, just how powerful summoning up a few zombies was in terms of turning the tide. I think I got attacked by some of Terran's forces, and I ended up winning a battle I was outgunned in just because I got some zombies. So really good point from Death. And again, maybe I should, and Death kind of suggested that I could save up some Imperium and grab the, let's see if I can find it. Where is it? This one here, gain 10 combat casting points per unit, death, or kill in combat. I mean, again, that's huge. That allows me to continue casting more spells in battle. And I could pair that also with this Surge spell casting, as well as, you know, again, just kind of remembering that I've got those spells. So I think if I were to grab those 2 upgrades and pair them with the ability to just, you know, or the mental note of just using more spells, I think I'll do much better in combat. Not to mention I have Overchannel with Straelak as well. So, again, lots of good things to do there. So, really good points. Death also mentioned that as far as he was aware, there's no penalty for failing a quest if, when you're accepting the quest, there's no penalty for declining it. So that's in reference to this 2 cities united. I don't think I'm going to be able to have a pact of loyalty with Belstar in time, unless Belstar gives me some kind of quest or something that I can complete for them to expedite the process. And that's just because if we go back to our our diplomatic overview and take a look at Belstar, we'll have the Pact of Cooperation in 15 turns, and then that's going to take quite a while before we then get to the Pact of, what was the one we needed here? Pact of Loyalty. So yeah, I just don't think that's possible. And then one other thing that Death mentioned is that I misunderstood a little bit the situation with Sorcerer Solace and whether or not they would come into battle with me. I was wondering if when I attacked Ishka there that Sorcerer Solace might have had units that got pulled into the fight as well. And I was thinking, oh, because they have a Pact of Loyalty, I had read this at the bottom, will reinforce in combat against Marauders and Rulers the Free City is at war with. So I missed that Free City part. So in order for them to join the battle, they have to also be at war with Ishka, and I don't think they are. I think they are not currently at war with her, so as a result, they did not join me in battle. However, once they become my vassal in 7 turns, then the Free City will join their overlord in any war they are fighting and can assist in combat. So until I have them as a full vassal, they will not join me in battle unless they also declare war or Ishka declares war on them. So just a really good thing to remember there. And that's relevant because if we look, Ishka does have some very, very powerful units. These Berserkers, we got to see one of them in action in that last battle. They are extremely powerful, and I believe they have an ability. Let's see if we can find it here. It's not Frenzy. Berserker's Rage, maybe? No? Oh, yeah, it is here. Berserker's Rage. So when this unit's total hit points reach 33% or lower, it becomes for 1 turn Berserk and Steadfast. So Berserk means it's uncontrollable, always attacks closest enemy. But Steadfast means you can't kill it. You can take it down to 1 health, but you can't kill it. And that's really caused me some problems in that battle. And I can imagine that were I to do this battle where there's 2 of them, not to mention they're now undead, which means that the Necromancer would be able to revive them. So again, we've really got to be very careful. I think Ishka is now a very powerful opponent thanks to that Whiteborn. And we just have to keep that in mind. So knowing that our allies won't come into battle with us just yet, we might have to pull back a little bit rather than try to engage this fight kind of in the open. But in any case, really good points there from Death. One other thing I did want to mention before we jump into the episode proper, and this is in reference to a comment Death had made, and a few others have mentioned throughout this series so far. Unfortunately, in some of the bigger battles, there have been sort of some choppiness issues in the videos, and I've tried a number of different things to address the choppiness. in the episode. So I've changed some of the video settings. I've updated my graphic card drivers and everything. And there's been a few other things I've tried. One thing that Death had suggested a few episodes back is tweaking the video encoder settings on OBS, which is the software that I use to record my episodes. And so I've tweaked that a little bit. And I think I did a little bit of quick testing with just a random game that I tried running just to see. And I think it is quite a bit better. So please let me know moving forward. I'm hoping that the episodes are going to be a little bit cleaner for you guys. So just let me know if you're noticing an improvement, because I'm pretty confident that this is going to help. So a big thank you to Death for that kind of good feedback and good advice on trying to maybe update that video encoder setting. So we'll keep tweaking it and see if we can improve things for you guys. So as always, big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. Let's jump into the episode here. So, we've got our units over at Redfjorn, and again, we know Terran is right over here as well, so we do have to be very careful. One thing we might want to do, let's just take a look. What are we producing? Okay, nice. We'll have a Night Guard next turn. That's going to be helpful. I don't know if Terran is ever going to consider attacking this city. If so, we might want to work on our fortification and a few other things, but really we don't have that opportunity right now. It's just not really possible. So I think what we'll do instead here is we'll just kind of leave things as they are. So let's just see. Orders required. We can tell them to just chill out. Straelak is going to continue to hold as well. Let's see here. We've got our units here that killed Ishka. So for now, we're going to just stay put. This group can hang out as well. So yeah, everybody's just going to stay put. Set production at Redfjorn. We're going to skip that because we don't have anything we want to do. Now, the one thing we were going to decide on is, did we want to take another tome? And of course, we can't currently take that astral tome because we don't have that affinity. We have to have 3. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to look at these Materium tomes that are tier 3 and see what we've got. So we have 2 options for tier 3 Materium tomes. We've got Transmutation and Terramancy. So let's start with Terramancy here. We can see it. So we would get, let's see, Seismic Shock. This is a damage spell. Inflicts slowed and physical damage. Deals double damage to obstacles. Crushing Earth, another damage spell. Target enemy unit that is tier 3 or lower has a 60% chance of instantly dying. Wow. If the unit resists, it's stunned and still takes 40 damage instead. That's pretty solid. And is that, let's see, it's tier 3 or lower. Okay, so that does affect tier 3 units as well. Earth Shatter. This is a terraforming spell. Adds the Rocky feature, can destroy mountains. And enemy armies will also take 20 damage. We would get the ability to summon a Spirit Stone. Or, excuse me, a Stone Spirit. That's a pretty solid tier 3 unit. That could be very useful for us. And then Tremor Ritual. This is a siege project. At the start of combat, towers, battlements, and additional wall obstacles are destroyed. Wow. Now that's pretty solid. And of course, we would also get Leaden Blows, which is a expert hero skill that does provide Demolisher to that hero as well. And then we would get our Materium Affinity as well. That is certainly tempting. Let me see what the other one is. Transmutation instead. We've got Melt Armor. Target enemies in a 1-hex radius gain 3 sundered defense. And they would take some fire damage. Transmute Resources. Target friendly city converts their mana income, gaining gold production and food income equal to 75% of the mana income. That could be pretty helpful given that we do have a bit of a mana surplus. We just have to be very careful that we don't run into a situation where now we are running out of mana. Transmuter, this is a battle mage unit. Shifts armor from enemies to allies and petrifies its enemies. That could be kind of useful. Adaptive Armor, this is a unit enchantment. Let's see. Once per turn, whenever enchanted units sustain non-physical damage, they gain bolstered resistance and status protection. That's pretty solid. That could really improve our units a fair bit. And then Steel Skin. This is a minor race transformation. So you'd get +2 defense, +2 blight resistance, and -2 lightning resistance. That's not a bad one there. We'd also get Adaptive Armor as an expert hero skill. I definitely don't hate that. Especially the unit upgrades from Adaptive Armor and Steel Skin. The Tome of Terramancy doesn't really provide unit upgrades. The thing that I like the most is the Stone Spirit summonable unit, but And let's just see. I don't think we have access to any other tier 3 tomes except for the other Shadow Tome, which we might as well take a look at. Tome of the Cold Dark. Now, this would give us the Frostling Minor Race Transformation, which would give us 3 Frost Resistance, Immunity to Frozen, plus 10 Morale while on Cold Terrain, and Arctic Walk. Marching Winter, this is a terraforming spell. Target-friendly city starts altering terrain to Arctic at 2 provinces per turn. While the spell is active, provinces with snow and ice provide extra food and production income. That's pretty cool. Flash Freeze, that's a bit of a tongue twister. That's a terraforming spell here. Let's see. Province is altered to Arctic terrain. Enemies sustain 20 frost damage. Enemies have -5 status resistance for 1 world map turn. We would get the Snow Spirit, full summonable. And then we would get Veil of Darkness, which is a friendly army spell. Target that is leading an army gains universal camouflage for its entire army for 3 turns. And then we would also get access to the Frost Spire. We would also get Blinding Magic, which is an expert hero skill. Base magic attacks have a 60% chance of inflicting blind. And then, of course, some Shadow Affinity. You know, that's not bad either. Like, again, the Frostling transformation would be decent, getting extra frost resistance. Being able to summon a tier 3 decent elemental unit would be good. So I'm probably leaning towards either the Cold Dark or... Let me just kind of peek and make sure I'm not missing anything else here. Oh, Tome of Dragons. That is one we could take, actually. Interesting. Oh, wow, and it would give you access to young dragons as a... Oh, that's very cool. Grants access to young fire dragons and young frost dragons, which are fighter units that grow into adult dragons. Oh, wow, and they're tier 3 units. That's pretty cool. If you're an evil alignment or lower, you unlock a young obsidian dragon. Oh, now that would be cool. Very, very neat. So that's one thing. What else does it do? Flamer Focus. It's a unit enchantment. It would affect battle mages. You get Firebomb. Purifying Flame is a healing spell. Temporary hit points, remove negative status effects. Okay, it does have a major race transformation, which, since we've already applied, or we're about to apply the undead one, we won't be able to apply this as well. So this would be useless to us, I'm pretty sure. And then Dragon Attack is a siege project. So the real benefit in this one would be this young dragon producible unit, which could be very, very powerful. The Flamer Focus, I don't think really is all that helpful for us. We would get Nature and Chaos Affinity, which we currently don't have any of. We would get the Wyvern Eerie, which gives us knowledge, draft, income per adjacent farm, allows you to produce Wyvern units, counts as a research post. I mean, that's pretty useful. And then you get Firebomb as an expert hero skill. You know, this isn't terrible, but because this draconian transformation is kind of wasted since we aren't going to be able to use it, I think I'll probably avoid it. I am tempted, though, mostly just to get access to some dragons, especially an obsidian dragon. That would be so cool. I've definitely got a soft spot for dragons. I think they're pretty neat. So, and again, I hate to, him and haw over these, but I think it is worth taking my time. So yeah, the one I was really interested in was this Tome of Teleportation, excuse me. Getting access to the Chrono Gate was going to be pretty useful. And then some of these upgrades would have been pretty neat. The Astral Trade Relay could have been good just for that gold income. Emergency Teleportation definitely could have come in handy. And this Phasing Enchantment, giving my support units and battle mages phase would have been very useful. Not to mention being able to summon a tier 4 phase beast would have been quite useful. That would have given us our first tier 4 units. Gosh, that is really disappointing not having that extra affinity. Now, one thing I suppose I could do is I could take another one and then I could still... because let's see, how many do we need before we get our next Shadow Tomes here? So Tome of the Reaper. Oh, shoot. So once we unlock the next one, we will get access to these. So we'll either be the Reaper, Oblivion, or... Oh, those are the only two. Okay. So we're either going to go Reaper or Oblivion as the next ones then. So we'll have to figure those out. We won't spend time looking at them just yet. Because what I was going to say is, I could take one now, and then once I have it, I could switch over and grab the Astral one on the next opportunity. But I'm probably going to take one of these Tier 4 Shadow ones first. So All right, enough yammering and hemming and hawing on this decision. Let's go with probably the transmutation, I think. Mostly just for that adaptive armor. I think that's going to be pretty useful. And then the steel skin upgrade isn't bad. The only thing with that is the negative lightning resistance, but I think that's probably worth it. You know, now I'm kind of hesitating a little bit with it. I really don't think Terramancy is going to make that much difference for me. So yeah, we'll go transmutation. And I mean, again, you know, am I picking the optimal tomes? Probably not. But again, it's my first learning experience with it, so.
One may bring about the truly wondrous. Imagine the ability to manipulate and alter the very nature of the physical. To look at a substance and decide, be not this thing, be that instead. And thus, one may begin to grasp what can be achieved by harnessing the many gifts of transmutation.
All right. Let's see. So we've got a couple options here. We can go with our siege magic. Oh, you know what? This would be very helpful. Our support units and our battle mages will get extra damage, siege breaker, and demolisher. We've been meaning to grab that one, so let's get that going. All right. So we're still working on Whiteborn, and I think we're going to just end it there. So yeah, sorry for the you know, again, the kind of delay as I'm trying to pick a tome. Hopefully it's at least interesting to kind of go through and kind of learn along with me, or at least get to sort of see how I'm making the decision. Okay, Siege Magic is done. That's perfect. So let's grab our next choice. We can go with... Oh, these are some of the old ones from way back. Improving our scout units, which we don't have any of. You know what? Maybe I will shuffle my research. Let's just see if we get something better. There's that White Witch, which we don't have one of. Let's see. We've got Artisan Fortification. It's a city structure. It gains Fortification Health and Bolt Repeater Towers. We've got Transmute Resources. I think we'll grab this one. This could be pretty useful for us. It is a bit expensive at 4 turns, but I think that one could really come in handy. Especially since, like I said, we've got pretty good mana income, and we're probably going to continue to improve our mana situation as well. Okay, well... Oh my gosh, Iska got some reinforcements as well. We are probably going to have to retreat, unfortunately, because I'm looking at their army power. They've got about 2,000 total, and we are at not close to that. We're at about 1,100 there. Yeah, we're only at about 1,200, 1,300. So I think we are unfortunately going to have to pull back. Get the heck out of here. Kind of sad. We'll head back that way. Just for now. Again, I really don't want to fight her, you know, and get... Oh, shoot. And they're going to be able to get to me still. Oh, man. I think we might end up losing our armies here. Dang it. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. And I don't think there's anything I can do to help either. There's no one in range. Well, shoot. Yeah, that's going to be a rough battle, I think. One thing we will do here with this hero is we're going to move up and fight this hero, most likely. All right. Now, over here, we did get our new Night Guard. So might as well add him into that stack. Looks like Terran may have pulled back a little bit, so that's fine by me. In the meantime here, we are running kind of low on gold still, which is unfortunate. Let me double check here. I can't recall if we've sold everybody in the crypt, and we have. Yeah, okay, so that's... Sending these ones home isn't going to do anything for me. So... I was just looking to see if we had any in the crypt I could sell for extra gold, but we do not, sadly. Well, then I guess the big question here is, do we want to maybe creep on down a little bit? I don't want to go too far, but maybe we just start inching our way back. I mean, ideally, I would love to get into some combat with Terran, but I just don't think we're quite strong enough for that, really. That being said, you know, if we can use some of our spells, maybe. I think we'll just hang out there. We'll stay in our domain and see what happens. Alright, so Dim Tur finished an Arcane Institute. Again, gold is kind of at a bit of a problem currently. That's where I'm hoping this Transmute Resources might help us out. We're going to have a Town Hall level 3 in 2 more turns, and then we can hopefully annex another territory in 5 turns when we get enough population. And I'm going to aim for that Gorgon's Lair. So really, let's see. We can work on a unit in Redfjorn. We're going to need it because we need to just keep reinforcing. Our soul income is not amazing at the moment, so you know what? Let's maybe grab another Necromancer. I'm anticipating... Let's just see what we've got again. We've got one Necromancer there at least. But I am anticipating that once our units become undead, thanks to our spell Whiteborn, the Necromancers are going to be that much more useful. So let's grab another one of them. It's also relatively inexpensive on the gold front because it does use some souls. Alright, so these guys are going to just stay put. The biggest problem, though, we really need to get into more fights because currently we are kind of in a bad situation when it comes to the Night Guard. Yeah, that's done. Dim Tur. Okay. We could produce the Blacksmith, which is boosted. It's not the worst idea in the world. Improve the draft income for Dim Tur. You know what, though? I might just grab a Soul Well, actually. Start that going. Because I think really getting some more souls is going to be helpful. This counts as a research post, and if we have it next to other research posts or conduits, we're going to get mana income. So let's just see. We do have one research post down here. We could replace this mine, I suppose. But really, I kind of want to keep the mine for the gold income. So let's see. Where is our conduits? Up here on the magic resource, magic material. The city's not going to grow for another 7 turns. So why don't we start building it? You know what? I'm probably just going to replace the one we have existing. I know it's maybe not the most optimal, but what I'm thinking is the soul income is going to be worth it. Now, we're going to lose a little bit of knowledge income, but that's not the end of the world. So we'll replace the research outpost with a soul well. And it's going to count as a research post anyway, so it's not like we're losing anything there. Yeah, and this hero's just going to stay put. So this is going to be kind of a boring turn. I really think what's going to happen here is we are going to get attacked, and it's going to be a very difficult battle for us. I am not looking forward to that. So let's jump over and watch the carnage. Yep, here it comes. Yeah, I suspect we're going to lose almost our entire army. We probably will lose our entire army. This is very, very sad. Interesting. Okay, so she didn't attack me just yet. Huh. Okay, great. So our other hero up here is getting attacked, so let's do it manually. This will be a good chance to see how the battle looks for you guys, whether it's choppy or not. I'm hoping not. All right. So we are under attack, so we can move first. Let's move our Night Guard up. Again, we can summon an elemental. Probably we'll do that next turn, I'm thinking. We want the Warlock to advance here to get in better position. We got our full Snow Spirit. Corrupt Soul can advance. We want our Dark Knight ready to go, and then we'll move our hero up ever so slightly. And then we might as well end our turn there. Now, one thing that I'm wondering here, so we've got these spells here, but I think we would have to go... Yeah, there it is. So I was going to say, we can't see these other two. We would have to toggle it as a favorite. I'm going to toggle the Raise Zombies on there, just because I think that one is going to be super useful in battle. And I want to remember that I have access to it, so... Okay, shoot, we can't quite curse them yet. Alright, well, what we will do is we will summon an elemental. Oh, nice. Okay, a Magma Spirit. That's not going to be what we want. Let's see, we can move up. You know what, I'm fine moving up, and then we can just soak up some damage, hopefully. Everybody else can just form up a defensive kind of line and just wait for them to come to us, so we'll do that. Again, I could be casting spells in this battle, but I just don't think it's worth it. I should be able to win this one without any issue. I'm hoping. So they're doing some buffing. Yeah, our elemental's going to tank the damage. That's fine. It's a combat summon anyway, so... Interesting. I thought they would move up to us, and they didn't, so... We have to move up to them, I suppose. Let's see. Incinerate. Oh, yeah. Let's hit him with an Incinerate. Very nice. You know what? I'm content to just sit back and let them keep doing their thing. Oh, wow. Our Corrupt Soul just took a lot of damage. Yikes. Yeah, that really hurt. Okay, well, now we've really got to do something. So, let's throw on a curse onto... Hang on, this is the hero. So, let's curse the hero. Sundering Curse. Perfect. Ooh, yeah, we can get a nice heavy charge in there. That would be very good. Hero can help out. Use our... Yeah, let's just blast this hero for everything we've got here. Very nice. Our Dark Knight can charge in there, do a heavy bit of damage. Our Corrupt Soul should be able to get the kill. Very nice. And then I'm thinking the rest of our units should probably get in there and at least try to soften them up a little bit. Or at least maybe get in there to provide some protection for our unit that's kind of beat up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. At least try for a freezing burst. And our Night Guard can hang out right here. Our hero as well, maybe. It's just enfeebling. Okay, so that can be used to debuff the enemy, provide weaken. Yeah, I think we'll just cruise over like this. Charge in and hit him. Alright, so we lost our new unit. Combat summon. No real worries there. Okay. So we will advance. Start blasting. Dark Knight can do a charge around the back here. Oh, you know what? Let's just go and get the kill outright. Very nice. We can charge around the back, beat him up a little bit. Hero can hit him. Corrupt Soul can get in there for some decent work. Let's just get him with the... Nice, and then we should be able to get the kill with the hero. Perfect. Nice and clean. And a nice level up for our Snow Spirit as well. And you know what? I think that gets us another hero in the crypt, if I'm not mistaken. So let's jump to the crypt. There it is. Baga Kingfisher is now in the crypt. And we should be able to sell those remains. Let's just inspect real quick. Evoker's Robes, Arcfire Orb, and Wolf Mount. So yeah, we will sell those remains. And there we go, a little bit extra gold. Boy, we need every little bit we can get out of the gold. Infestation has invaded my domain. Ooh, that's that dragon's lair. Shoot. Oh, and there's Terran coming back at me. Now, I noticed that Terran's army here, it looks like they only have this single unit in this stack. Although I wonder if I move up and attack, if that would change and they would have a hidden unit somewhere. That would be interesting to find out. We may attempt this battle just because we are in a pretty decent position to try it. Again, our units are all full health. Like, everybody's nice and healthy. One thing we should do, though, let's throw on Whiteborn right away here. Oh, this is going to be great. All right, here we go. Nice. So now our units are undead. They have lifesteal. And it's going to be very synergistic now having our necromancers that can really provide that support. So very excited about that, because now all of our units that are undead are now summonable, like able to be revived, you know? It's very cool. We've got a few options here. We've got a spell shield and a soother. These are both from the our soon-to-be vassal, hopefully. So we've got this spell shield. Let's take a look at what that is. Oh, very neat. So it is a Angelize, the celestial unit type, flying movement, and faithful. Anointed people. That's pretty strong. Artisan armaments. Brand of Wrath, so it would get some of my upgrades as well. Fetid Legion, Frostblades, Poisonous, Shield Defense. This is a pretty strong unit, all things considered. Cold-Blooded. Attunement Starblades. Wow. Yeah, this unit's very strong. And has Shield Wall, too. That could really come in handy. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll try one of these guys. I mean, it would cost us... Let's see, 75 gold. And we could reinforce the vassal. Or we could recruit to our throne city. We're going to definitely try recruiting him to the throne city, though. That's going to be the goal there. We could also grab the soother while we're at it. Let's take a look. Cosmic Blast, Soothing Breeze. Target friendly unit and another within 2 hexes heals 20 temporary hit points. I don't think I need this one as much, though. I think I'd rather have... Oh, and this one's coming from Safe Word here, Halberdier. This one's pretty strong as well, but... I think I'd rather maybe have one of these Plague Serpents or something like that. Let's see, we got Plague Serpent and Storm Scale Serpent. I think I'd rather have the Storm Scale, so I think I'll bring these 2 units and we'll recruit them both. The only problem, of course, is that's going to run our gold pretty low. So you know what? Maybe I'll just go with the Spell Shield here. There. All right. Nice. Okay, so that, yeah, like that Necromancer is finished. So I think we are going to try this battle. So let's see. If we try this, it would pull us in. So the Necromancer can move down here. Now, here's the real trick, though. Is this going to... Oh, yeah, there it is. And that's what I should have checked before I moved that Necromancer. Because now this Necromancer is going to die. Yeah, that's not good. I may have to retreat back because I don't think I can win this fight, right? We've got 920, 624, and 824. So what are we looking at here? We're at, between these two, we're at about 1,500, give or take. And another 8, so we're at, what is that, about 2,300. We've got 800 there, about 1,000 there. So we're at about 1,800. 2,200. I mean, we are pretty darn close. It's almost neck and neck. So this would be a really dangerous battle for me. But hey, I mean, we could roll the dice and try it. That's going to be the big question, though. Do we want to give that a shot? Maybe one thing we'll do before we do it is we can grab one of these Materium upgrades. Or excuse me, these Imperium upgrades in the Shadow Tree. We could do this Death Magic. I think that would make a big difference for us. What's the other one here? That's not one we need. This Surge Spellcasting would be a good one to buy. But, so just to check. So this one, casting a combat spell reduces the cost of all other combat spell types by 25% for two turns. I think I'd rather have this one, though, where I'm getting extra casting points back per unit death or kill. So I'm going to grab that. Nice. That's going to help things out. And if we try this battle, that's going to give me just a little bit of a better chance of having success. Boy, though, I can see this going really poorly. Okay, we're going to procrastinate that decision. In the meantime, we're going to look over here. So now we've got some difficult decisions to make because these units are just going to keep pursuing us. And unfortunately, I think they must have better mobility than we do. They do. So they are going to catch us no matter what we do. So I guess then the big question becomes, I wonder if in the diplomacy menu, I wonder if we can convince our free city to declare war on Ishka, because that would help us out a lot. Where's that diplomacy tab? I don't know if there's any way to do it. I guess it's right here. So let's go over to Sorcerer's Solace. Trading. No, that's not going to do it. I don't think there's any good way for us to, like, ask them to go to war with us right now. I just don't think that's possible, sadly. You know, I haven't really paid attention to Safe Word. They're going to become a minor tributary in 2 turns, sadly. Now, hopefully they will stop hating us fairly soon. Let's see. Yeah, 6 more turns until that goes away, so it is going to take a while. That's kind of unfortunate. When that eventually goes away, hopefully then they'll start working their way back towards actually liking us. Silverbridge just absolutely detests us. They're currently at war. Oh, and Ishka is their overlord. Okay, well, that makes sense. It's a vassal city of Ishka. Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out of this. I think we're pretty much screwed. I don't even know if we can summon any units to our cause here. We could summon a Lesser Snow Spirit just for the help. Necrotic Magic. That's a unit enchantment. Takes 1 turn. We've also got Siege Magic. Those both impact our support units and our battle mages. I mean, we could hit him with a Blizzard, I guess. I don't know. And that takes a single turn, though, so I don't think that's possible. We could do a Restore Undead just to give some hit points to our units, because you can see, unfortunately, in these armies, a lot of our units are in pretty rough shape. And so that would be maybe helpful. You know what? Oh, you know what I can do, though? Oh, dang it. I was going to say maybe I can meet in the middle here. Like, if I can retreat back as far as possible. That's as far as we can get. So now here's one of those situations where had I invested in the movement upgrade, I would have been able to get there to maybe help. But as it stands, I don't think I can. Oh, that is so disappointing. I mean, I guess what I could maybe do, let's see, if we go like this. I still don't think that's going to be enough, though. Yeah. I think these units are going to be on their own, and they're probably going to die. So we'll just have to try and take as many of Ishka's units with us as we can. It's really going to suck. We're going to lose one of our heroes and a bunch of our stacks here, but I think it is what it is. So I think what I'd rather do here is double down on this fight on this side of things. So what we are going to do is we are going to summon a Lesser Snow Spirit because we can. We're going to add that into our stack right here. And then we might as well just give it a shot here. I mean, again, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, but I think we have to try. It's saying we are almost even. And I think with our spell casting, we might be able to have the edge. Of course, Terran's going to have spell casting as well, so... And you can see we are outnumbered just in terms of raw number of units, but I think this is going to be the big battle. Then really, this is it. If we can win this one, that's going to be huge. If we don't win, I think we might be in big trouble. So, let's go for it. I don't know. This might be a terrible decision, but kind of feels like the entire playthrough is sort of hinging on this outcome. Maybe that's a little bit... you know, over dramatic, but we shall see. So obviously spell casting is going to be huge. We are going to need to use every single spell possible, and we're going to have to try and be pretty strategic with it. So all right, let's kind of assess what we're going to be dealing with here. So we've got a lot of shield units and pikemen that are going to be up front, kind of really being really beefy. We got that Stone Spirit, Bastion. They've got one of those Iron Golems. Yeah, so they've got a lot of really tanky shield units. So I think the trick for us is going to be trying to really just turtle up, let them come to us, and then getting off as many spells as we possibly can. I'm just trying to see if there's any terrain we could sort of take advantage of to kind of try and bottleneck them a little bit. I mean, in here we sort of can, but then they can come around behind. So if we can get them kind of in this middle part, maybe in this little valley, and then kind of just play defense on this side, and then have somebody up front, that's probably going to be our best bet. So I think what we will do, we are going to strengthen Undead on our Corrupt Soul. And then what we're going to do, so we're going to need units up front that can tank damage. So our Night Guard is definitely... Oh, and you know what? I'm forgetting now that all of our units are undead pretty much, so we definitely have the ability to buff them easier than we did. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to put our Night Guard there. We're going to put our Iron Golem here. We're going to put our Bone Golem there. We just want bodies up front, really. That's going to be the big thing here, is just bodies up front to soak up damage. Probably want to take advantage of... getting units in together so that we get that that defensive buff that we have. The name of which is escaping me. I think it's Defensive Tactics, if I remember right. Corrupt Soul can go here. Yeah, we'll just kind of want to turtle up a little bit. Or Dark Knight over. Straelak we want to move over as well. Probably want to start throwing Restore on somebody when we can, so just to get the extra healing on there in advance. So maybe we'll put Straelak up here, and then we will throw that onto our Iron Golem, and knowing that he's going to start taking hits probably. Lesser Snow Spirit can move over, and this Night Guard's going to play defense on this side. So again, the fight's going to be right in here. We're going to try and hold this line, and then force them to come around to flank us on either side, and we'll try to play defense there and buy a bit more time that way. I have no idea if that's going to work, but that's what I got, so that's what we're going to try. And then we're just going to throw spells like crazy. Okay, so they are coming on that right side a little more aggressively, and look at this. They're pouring into the middle. That's probably going to help us out a lot, because now they're bottlenecked really good. So, okay, let's zoom in again. So we just have to hold this line on the far side. So in the middle here, all right, spell time. Raising Zombies is going to be the spell that I think is really going to help us out. Because, again, we want as many of these corpses as possible. Soulfire, again, not bad damage. We can hit lots of units with it, and it is very cheap. But you can see it's not really doing a ton of damage. So, I mean, again, debatable in terms of how useful that's going to be for us. Our Warlocks, unfortunately, they are not quite in cursing range just yet. So we're going to need to move our Warlocks kind of into the middle. Again, we want them out of danger as much as possible. Necromancer here, probably we want in the mix, but not too in the mix, right? Because we don't want to put them at risk. Some of these Snow Spirits are going to have to be semi-throwawayable units, which is going to kind of be sad, but I think it is what it is. Now, the thing with Overchannel, it allows us to cast an additional spell in the same turn. I think we're going to save that for now, because I don't think there's a lot of benefit to trying to use that just yet. So we aren't going to need a unit over here right this second, so we're going to go here. Nice. There's that Defensive Tactics. That's going to help us out a little bit. We are going to want our Night Guard probably to sit, thinking right about here. And then I actually don't want my Dark Knight right up in there. I want my Dark Knight over here. The Bone Golem's going to sit there. And then the Dark Knight can sit in behind like that. Now, I want my Snow Spirits kind of up there to plug up some holes, but also not be kind of in the way. Necromancer, again, we can probably move up. get a little bit into better position, hopefully. Oh boy, I am not going to lie to you guys. I am nervous. This battle is making me very nervous. Baneful Curse. Enemy units in a 1-hex radius gain centered defense, centered resistance, and weakened. And we haven't really used this one much, but let's just see. You know, that could be pretty useful. Let's try it out. Yeah, just big debuffs in there. Now, they may, Terran may throw on buffs to try to counteract that, but we shall see. And again, the big thing is if we go for kills, that means we can get... Yeah, so, okay, there's the buff to try to counteract what we just did. And I think that did it pretty effectively. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. Oh, and there's a spell. Ouch. I honestly have no idea if we're going to be able to win this fight. I think we're probably in over our heads a little bit, but... Just speed things up ever so slightly here. Ooh, shoot. Yeah, that wasn't good. Now a bunch of our units are immobilized, taking all kinds of damage. That's not great. Yeah, there's the danger when you group up is you can take that area of effect type damage. Ooh, shoot. Okay. Archers lighten us up. Our big boys up front tanking that damage. Pikemen getting smacked around pretty good. Alright, so... Alright, well, we took a lot of damage, more than I definitely wanted us to take. But, all in all, we are still in semi-reasonable condition. Let's throw a Sundering Curse on right here. On this Bastion. Our Night Guard's going to have to deal probably with the stuff coming around the corner here. I'm thinking either that or maybe our Snow Spirits get in there and start trying to deal with it. Although they're not going to last very long. Our Warlock on this side of things can throw on some curses if we need. Halberd, Anvil Guard. It's the Bastions that are the big, strong units. I think this Iron Golem could also use probably a debuff. We already buffed we already hit the Bastion. And we've got the hero there that could definitely use some killing. So if we throw this maybe... Ooh, you know what? We can really hurt that hero pretty good. Let's do that. Nice. That's pretty good damage. And then, you know what? Maybe we can even... Ooh, look at that. We can do some heavy damage to that hero. The other option would be we buff one of our undead. But I think it's probably better if we just blast that hero for some heavy damage. Ooh, and then, you know what? We can step right up and just give them the business with our Night Guard or with our skeletons. You know, I don't hate that. And then let's see. I wonder if we could get a kill with our Soulfire, maybe. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, we can definitely make something happen here. So, all right, let's throw our skeletons in there. Again, if they end up dying, it's not, you know, the end of the world per se, right? Okay, so that's pretty solid damage. Now let's see. Ooh, we can Ice Shackle to get the kill. We could Soulfire to get that kill. Yeah, we got options here. Now, that's not quite going to cut it, so we'd have to actually use it there. Now, before I do that, let's just see. Could we maybe... Oh, that's not going to get the kill either. Shoot. Yeah, then you know what? I am going to do the Soulfire, and I'm going to do it this way. Now, the only thing is, I don't know if that kill is going to give me back casting points because it's not a unit getting the kill. That's the only thing. I'm not entirely sure how that works, which is kind of unfortunate. We got to deal with this Stone Spirit. One thing I should check, though. Let's just take a quick look. What are the resistances? So it's weak against Spirit. We don't really have much in the way of Spirit damage, sadly. We could try to freeze him. Not the worst idea ever. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, he didn't have a very good chance of it landing, so I'm not really surprised. Well, what the heck? Let's try again. Now, the really sad part is my Dark Knight is kind of right in there, but it finally gives us an ability, a chance to use this ability, so... Yeah, there we go. What I should have done before I did that is tried to apply more debuffs, because I remember now that that benefits from having more debuffs. Ooh, and our Night Guard can do some heavy work here if we really wanted to. Yeah, let's do it. Very nice. And look at that, getting a little bit of health back thanks to our lifesteal. Let's see, what are our odds of getting a frozen? You know what? Pretty decent there. Not so good over there. Yeah, and the damage we're going to do there is minimal, so that's not really going to help. I think what I'll do is I will move over like this. Try and freeze these guys if I can. Oh, well, we slowed him at least. Yeah. Can't do retaliation attacks. So you know what? We could charge over. It's an option. You know what? Let's go here and then blast them. Can at least try and tie him up a little bit. Now, Straelak's kind of right in the mix here. We just have to be careful with him. We don't want him getting killed, obviously. Now, I could throw in an over channel and do a soul... Or you know what? I could even just do a soul fire right now. Hit pretty heavy right in here. But again, the real thing is we want to kill that hero, right? That's the big goal. So what if we step in here? Oh, see, like, I would love to get the kill with my units, because I'm pretty sure that's how I actually get the benefit. So, I mean, maybe I'm misinterpreting that, but all right, let's do it. We'll hit there, and then with our other Snow Spirit, we can hit there and finish them off. Okay, great. Nice. Okay, yeah, there's the extra casting points. That is going to really pay dividends. That's going to be very strong for us. Now, again, I could throw on raised zombies just to get a zombie, but I'd rather wait and have a few more corpses in there before we do that. So instead, I could throw a soul fire right here and do some pretty big boy damage. But I kind of want to kill this stone spirit over here if possible. Everybody else has acted, but we could use Straelak and have him blast here for some damage. Or, alternatively, we could do an overchannel and throw 2 spells this turn. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to soul fire like this. And then, I think, yes, we can get the kill. Nice. And there we go, 10 more casting points. Man, that's incredible. You just recoup those things like crazy. Our Corrupt Soul, I would like to get involved, but I also don't want our Corrupt Soul just getting, you know, annihilated. And if we throw him in there, he's almost certainly just going to get, like, obliterated. So I am a little wary of just sending him in kind of to die. He could do a lot of damage to, like, that Halberdier, though. I would also flank him, but then, of course, the Corrupt Soul is exposed for a flank shot. We could also go in and hit this Bastion for some pretty heavy damage, but again, same problem. We go in there, we're going to just start taking pretty heavy punishment. Let's see, who else can still move? Oh, the Iron Golem can. I almost forgot about him. We're going to have him just stay in defense mode here. And that's going to protect all of everybody around him, which is really good. You know what? Maybe we do... Well, no. Going in there is not, I don't think, a good idea. But over here, that's not a bad idea. We could even just cruise around this way with the Corrupt Soul, but I think it's probably better to stick kind of right where he is, actually. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll keep him where he is. We'll keep him in reserve. We'll throw up our defensive protection for our units around there. And now we've got our Night Guard who can do some work. Again, I think really the Night Guard is going to have to try to provide some protection over on this side. I don't think it's going to go very well for him. So we'll just keep him where he is for now. And like I said, this Corrupt Soul is just going to stay put. And that's going to do it. I mean, I am not feeling great, but at least we've got a couple units killed off. Shoot. Okay, lots of buffs going on, some debuffs for us. Some healing happening. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, shoot, our Bone Golem getting smacked pretty hard. Ooh, that's not good. So he's going to die right here. This is going to blast him and kill him. At least we get our skeleton out of it, though. Thank goodness for that. Skeleton's getting beat up pretty good. Ouch. Ooh, that's nasty. Archers coming in. Ooh, lighting up our snow spirits. There goes one of them. R.I.P., buddy. Oh, poor skeleton just getting pummeled over there. Yeah, it's less than ideal. Oh, he barfed on me. At least I think that's what that was. Snow Spirit getting... probably going to get killed here by this attack. Now very close to. Our Night Guard over there. At least getting some health back when they attack, thank goodness. Or when they retaliate, I should say. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Definitely, you know, it could have gone a lot worse. Steel Fury Chant. We'll have to check what that did. I think these guys must be enraged or something. Been taunted or something like that. Just take a look. What is this? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. They're taunted. Let's see what this Steel Fury Chant... Oh, it didn't show me. Oh, that's okay. Good news is we've got spells to use now, so that's great. Alright, well, let's focus on this middle battle in here where things are the nastiest. So we did lose our skeleton. This Iron Golem and this Bastion are really causing us the most grief at the moment. So, yeah, we need to get in there and kill. So now it might be time to get our Corrupt Soul in there and start hitting this Arbalest. One thing we could do is throw a Soulfire in there. Really soften him up a bit. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's just do this. There's one. And then we're going to use Straelak, and we're going to do another overchannel. Yup, and then we're going to do it again. We're going to Soulfire another time here. Again, the goal being just to do damage, really. See, I would love to just step in there and get the kill on one of them at least. I just don't think this is going to do quite enough damage, but I think we have enough to do some other work. So, all right, let's throw this on there. Hit more of these units. There's some more good damage. All right, we can step up and really hit them hard. Just trying to figure out what would be best here. I mean, Straelak can really do some good damage there. But probably better to have him help out on this side where things are a little bit more dicey. This Night Guard really got beat up pretty heavily, which is not ideal for us. We can do a flank shot here, though, for some good damage. Well, actually not that great damage now that I'm looking at it, because he's got frost resistance. And these units up here really aren't going to take much punishment from us. I don't know. This one's not looking great for us, admittedly, at the moment. Yeah, and you know what? I should have probably used my spells differently. I think I should have focused more on these units up front rather than just trying to hit everybody. I think that was actually kind of stupid now that I think about it. One thing we should probably do is try to get debuffs on this unit up front here, because I don't think he's got really too many. He does have weakening. That is good. So we can try and take advantage of that a little bit, I guess. But... Corrupt Soul... We're going to get retaliated on if we do that, so I don't want to do that. Could charge in there with our Dark Knight, though, and that would cancel retaliation and cancel defense mode. You know, I don't hate that. I really don't hate that now that I'm seeing it. The only problem is then this side is pretty open. We'd have to use our Snow Spirits to really try to plug the holes. And they're not going to be able to do a very good job of that, sadly. We'll use our skeletons over here for some damage. Not bad, not bad. You know what? We can get in there and do a pretty good flank shot here. Let's do that. Not bad. Yeah, you know what? I think moving the Dark Knight over here to cancel that retaliation, and then we can just beat up on this guy with everybody, would probably be the best course of action. I'm thinking. It would be nice to get the kill on that Arbalest, but that's kind of secondary at this point. Alright, Dark Knight's going to charge in. There, okay, so that removes that. Now we can just let this guy have it. Okay, God, he's got so much health, though. Just feels like we're just, you know, barely poking him with damage. Again, we've got the Dark Ritual. We could use it. We could use it on this side even to just get a couple of corpses going. Hang on a second here. You know what? If we can kill this unit, this Halberdier, we could... Oh, you know what? Alright, let's do this. Nice. Okay. And then, where are the corpses again? Let's just see. There and there. Okay, so we don't want a unit standing on either of those spots. Oh, shoot. And to get the kill, we'd have to stand on one of those spots. Of course. I was just thinking, like, we could summon the units over there that would really help us, but I think it's probably better to focus on what's going on this side of things. Alright, let's hit this guy for some damage. Okay. You know what? What the heck? Let's just get in there and get that kill. I do like that it, the combat casting points, it does seem like you can get over the 100. I think we saw that already, that you can get over the 100 cap, so you don't have to, like, worry if you're getting a kill when you've already got 100. I think you're still okay. The Necromancer probably would be best to blast up the middle here, I'm thinking. We still got our Corrupt Soul, who can't help out really now over here, but maybe should move over that way to assist on this side of things. Just because this is a bit of a... It's plugged up. I mean, we could move the Snow Spirit out of here, actually, and that would allow our Corrupt Soul to step in there. You know what? I don't hate that. Let's do that. We will throw this guy over here and at least just tie up what's going on out here, these archers, a little bit. Meanwhile, this Snow Spirit can step over here and do a flank shot, at least. The Night Guard here, I'm thinking we leave them alone. What we're going to do is have our Corrupt Soul step up and do some, hopefully, big boy damage to the Iron Golem or to the Bastion. I'm thinking probably the Bastion. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, great. Now, can Straelak... Oh, Straelak has a chance to get the kill. Let's see if we can do it. Yes. That's big. That's real big. We've still got our Necromancer who can still move as well. Let's move him up. It's going to get defensive tactics going. That's going to help. We can do some pretty heavy damage, actually. Look at this. Probably best to maybe hit that Iron Golem and start weakening them. Just seeing who else hasn't moved yet. It's really just the Necromancer. Yeah, I'm thinking probably here would be best. I mean, it is tempting to hit this Arbalest unit, but I just don't think that's really a good, efficient use of the attack. I think it'd be better to maybe even try for the Steel Shaper or something. But I'm going to go here. There, soften him up. And then our Night Guard can just hang out in defense mode to keep kind of guarding that side a little bit. We're going to end it there. I don't know, like, I don't know whether to think we're holding steady, we're even, or if... I think Terran probably has the upper hand a little bit, but... we have a couple of aces up our sleeve here. Ouch. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, okay, so this Corrupt Soul is almost certainly going to get killed here. But... Holy, that strengthen just annihilated the corrupt soul. Okay, our ice elemental getting smacked around. Yeah, this left side is unfortunately kind of falling apart. Don't really have enough muscle over there. So we're going to have to use our Dark Ritual and get some units back here from some of these corpses if possible. It's going to be where is that most optimal and where are we most able to do that. Okay, so let's see what we can do with Dark Ritual at the moment. So the problem... Oh, right, our unit is still... Well, hey, at least we got a kill. That's pretty good. We've got 3 units here we could do. We've got multiple units here. The problem is people are standing on those spots currently. So let's see. This spot is unoccupied. This spot is unoccupied. It would just be if we can kill the Iron Golem, we could get 3 zombies right in the middle and have them really help out. The only thing, of course, is that means that corrupt soul, we're not going to be able to revive him and get him back. But I don't really care about that. I need to win this battle. That's the biggest thing. So here's what we're going to do. Let's just focus on... Let's figure out what's going on this side, first of all, here. So, alright. Our Night Guard have already done their thing. Even though they're taunted, they're really doing good work. Oh, look at this. We can flank that Arbalest and really put them in the hurt. Which would probably be a good thing. The Skeleton can just keep whittling away on this guy. And then, while we're at it, might as well do something here. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage at least. Alright, this Snow Spirit, like I said, we can really smack that Archer for pretty good damage. We really do need to beat up this Iron Golem, though. If we can get that kill without moving any of our units, that would be ideal. So I think probably the best course of action is going to be use our Warlock. Ooh, yeah, Sundering Curse. Here we go. There's big damage. You know what? We could even do the same thing right here. Hang on. Let's see. How much damage does our Necromancer do? It's pretty close. Let's try it. Okay, now is that going to be enough to use? Yes, it is. Okay, great. There we go. That's big. Now we're going to throw our Dark Ritual up. We're going to pull these 3 units back, revive them here. Nice. Okay, there's 3 zombies right in the middle. They're going to be able to just cause carnage. Oh, yeah. Big damage there. You know what? We can even throw on a spell here just to... Ooh, I don't want to raise zombies. I want to do a Soul Fire. Yes, because I want this unit dead so that I can move my zombies up further. So let's do that. There we go. Alright, now we can keep moving. Again, ideally, these archers are going to get killed. We go here, we then have room to at least get our other one involved. Yeah, there, so we'll do this. Oh, nice, there's another kill. Yeah, these zombies really make a big difference. Our Night Guard... Ah, shoot, you know what? Alright, let's go over there, and this Night Guard might be toast, but at least he's getting some good damage in before he goes down. Our Iron Golem, you know what? Let's move over this way. We've got the zombies now holding that side down. The Dark Knight can... I mean, really, we could just... Oh, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. And then I think I can do one more. And then I should be able to charge in and do more damage, I think. So let's go in there. Big damage. And then we can move in and just get the finish right here. Nice. I mean, look at our casting points there. We have more casting points than we can possibly spend. This is absolutely incredible. What a fantastic ability. Thanks to that Imperium upgrade. My goodness. All right. Pretty good turn for us. Getting those zombies really makes a big difference. Okay, now they're going to hurt us here. This is not going to feel good. Okay, ouch. We are on fire. And our units being undead is really nice. Having that life steal is very useful. Okay, this poor guy's gonna die, I think, but... Ah! That's really sad. Losing that Night Guard, but... Oh no, our zombies. Those souped up archers really do a lot of damage. Yikes. Okay, our unit was taunted. Oh no, not our warlocks. Ouch. Okay. Not too bad. Pretty decent turn of events. Okay, we can get... Oh yeah, here, we've got units that are taunted, so... Okay, that's not a bad move. I guess this guy's no longer taunted. That's good for us. Boy, this skeleton has just been holding the fort down here. Keep that going. Nice work from that skeleton. Holy cow. We could step over and get the finish there if we really needed to. Let's see. Might be good to use the Necromancer here to just get this kill. And then I'm thinking we can step over, yeah, and we can start beating up this archer that's been doing all kinds of damage to us. And then our zombies in here can just keep pressing forward real aggressive. Like this. You know what? If they die, that's fine. I can just summon more of them with my spell casting, right? So, I'm not even upset. Our Dark Knight over here could cruise over and get the kill if we needed. Might be nice to do some good damage over here. We definitely want to get rid of the Steel Shaper. I think if we can. Straelak's already done his thing. Oh, I accidentally used Straelak instead of the Necromancer to kill off this guy. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, that's fine. One thing we can look at, though, is who can we revive? We've got the Night Guard here. We've got Snow Ogre, Lesser Snow Spirit, and a Brewer Ogre. Skeleton. Steel Shape, Decaying Zombie. What about here? Snow Spirit. Stone Spirit. Because I think if it's not one of your own units... Yeah, non-undead corpse is raised as a decaying zombie. Anvil Guard. Snow Spirit. So, probably the one we'd want the most would be this Night Guard, admittedly. So that's what we'll do. Bring him back. Now, yeah, he doesn't have any movement, sadly, but... don't want to lose a Warlock. That would be highly unfortunate. Ooh, you know what? Ah, there it is. I can get over there with a heavy charge strike. Nice. Okay, soften him up a little bit, and then we can charge right over there and hit him heavy. Very nice. All right, now this Night Guard, again, the option is either do some heavy damage to that Anvil Guard or try to kill the Bastion. You know, I wouldn't mind just getting rid of this Bastion. It's a tier 3 unit. There we go. That's pretty useful that he's now dead. We got oodles of casting points, so let's do it. We could raise zombies in the middle if we wanted. We could raise zombies over here. You know, I don't hate the idea of just grabbing a couple zombies, but let me see. What other kind of damage could we do? I mean, we could get a kill right there if we really needed to. Ooh, shoot, that's not quite enough to get the finish. I mean, if we just do this, that unit is toast. This is a halberd unit. Terran and a Zealot back there. What's our other one? Yeah, Soul Overflow. We haven't used that. I don't think we need to summon any more zombies. I think if we just keep doing damage, we'll be fine. Let's get the kill here. And you know what? Okay, that does still give us the casting point boost. That's great. Man, this is effectively like unlimited casting points once you have this going. That is so powerful. Alright, Terran buffing her units. Oh no, our combat summoned zombies are getting obliterated. I'm so devastated. Okay, this is gonna hurt a little bit. That's fine. Nothing we can't handle over there. Alright, so we've got... Oh, there we go. Okay, our unit's doing some flanking. That's fine by me, because they're still taunted. Over here, between our two units, I think we can beat these guys up pretty good. We'll flank them on this side, and then we can stab them pretty good over here with our Night Guard as well. Now, our Warlock can do a couple of different things. I think we'll just throw on Thundering Curse here, because why the heck not? And you know what? We could follow it up with another one and almost get the kill, or we could Sundering Curse right here. We could do it over here. We have options. I think we'll throw it on this one. There we go. Now our Iron Golem can head over and just get the finish up there. Very good. And then we can flank right here for some big damage. And then our cavalry should be able to, yes, get the finish. Fantastic. Necromancer, who is still in the threat zone of this Anvil Guard, so can't... If we step away, we'll take some damage, which would not be desirable. But we'll step away with Straelak here. He'll take a bit, but nothing he can't handle. Oh yeah, and then we could Magic Blast him. Put the hurt on him real good here. There we go. The Necromancer, unfortunately, is going to have to do the same thing, which should be fine. Yeah, barely any damage, and then we can get the finish there. Fantastic. And that's going to do it for our turn. I mean, we are really now at this point in fantastic shape. I mean, I guess we can slow up there, maybe. Yeah. Ooh, okay, she's going to try and run from us, so... The enemy is fleeing. Do you wish to claim victory and win the battle immediately? No, I do not. I would like to... I actually want these units to die. I don't want to let them get away. Okay, and then we will step down here. We want to try and finish them if possible. Now, this is where I really want to do damage, so... Especially to the hero. That's the biggest target. Now, I suspect she will get away, but... Oh, look at this. Just zombies. So many zombies I could summon. We've already used our Necromancer's ability, so that's not really going to help us. Let's just see. Is there anybody else? Well, our Warlock could head down here and try to help us with this unit, who's trying to run from us. Okay, we missed there. Straelak, on the other hand, can... You know what? Let's just do this, because why the heck not? That's just hilarious. And then, yeah, we get all these zombies that can help us with these fleeing units, which actually makes a pretty big difference. So, there's one. There's another one over here. And then, yeah, these ones can just cruise up there to try to help. Ooh, this one's even got some wings on him. I think that's the hero, actually, the body of the hero. All right, who else can move? Well, these units are pretty much kind of out of the fight at this stage, so I'll just kind of move them. We will move our cavalry up, because it might be able to help. Necromancer, again, can't really do much, but could throw a hasten on, maybe. For what that might do. This Warlock, I guess, will move up, but I don't think it's going to matter. And then we'll end it there. So Terran's probably going to get away, unfortunately. Ooh, actually, maybe not. Let's see here. Ooh, yep. Okay, we can get in there with our melee units and tie her up, which is what we want. This unit here is going to die, so let's get rid of that. Perfect. And then this unit up here, I think we can probably finish off or come pretty close. It's fine. Yeah, this guy can get over there and tie her up. That's big. Nice. Snow Spirit can get in there. And I don't think we're going to be in range to use our ranged attack, sadly. Okay, we're very close there. Nice, good damage. So now, let's see. Can we use Soulfire? Combine that with a flanking shot here, maybe. Alternatively, I wonder what this does. Ooh, it's not a great chance to hit, unfortunately. Only 65% chance, and the chance to slow or freeze is not amazing. So you know what? Let's just get in there and hit her. Some more damage. And then our cavalry can follow up as well. And then I think we're just going to end the turn there because there's no sense in really doing anything else if we can't really make it in there fully. So we'll end it there. Okay, that unit successfully ran off. So did Terran. Now, I don't know if that means Terran gets away or if we actually do kill her. She fled. Unit has been routed, but will reappear in a nearby city shortly. See, that's actually really unfortunate. If I had been able to kill Terran, that would have been... So that was the blunder I made. I should have really tried to kill Terran. Send her to the Void. I didn't realize that if a unit successfully runs, it ends up in a city. So I learned a lesson there, I guess. But hey, I won that battle. That was big. Terran may end up at this outpost. I mean, who knows? But I think we're going to end the episode there. We went a little bit longer because of that battle. You know, again, it's really unfortunate that I let Terran live. That was the really devastating part of that fight. But hey, I won, and I still have a fairly semi-functional army. You know, we've got a mixed bag of units, but at least we've still got a fighting force. And Terran, we wiped out a large portion of her army. Now, unfortunately, I think Ishka is going to do the same to us and wipe us out. Although, now that we have such a really powerful casting point accumulation ability, I think it's going to make a difference for us. So, anyway, we're going to end it there. Oh, check it out. Okay. Ruler Terran Tinkermane has withdrawn to the Astral Void. Oh, so maybe she did die still. Oh, okay. So... I was thinking that she made it to a city, but so yeah, ruler in the void. Okay, so Terran is in the void. That's good to know. All right. And we don't know where the throne is yet either, so we will have to just keep pushing this way and see if we can get to Terran's throne. But yeah, we'll zoom out. I think, like I said, that's a good place to leave it. So, hey, I'm pretty happy with that. Having Whiteborn and some of those additional upgrades, I mean, it makes a big, big difference. So we're going to save it here. I'm going to call this one First Series, Episode 14. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.